Hi, my name is Jessica Miley. I'm the Athletic Training Supervisor for Boston Public Schools, and we have a contract through Mass General Brigham to provide athletic training services throughout the city of Boston and our Boston Public School athletes.
All right. First of all, how are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you guys for having me today.
All right, definitely. As you said, you guys provide athletic training throughout the Boston Public Schools, right? Can you just give a little details of what that entails of like the training, what kind of training that you work on, like the steps you take each individual through?
So, we're here to provide preventative and resources to student athletes who get injured. Our goal and kind of one of my mottos in the athletic training field is we want them to play, but we want them to play safely. That way, if somebody does get injured, we're there to take care of them, help determine if they do need to go to the emergency room, urgent care, follow up with a doctor, or if it's something that could kind of wait a day or two and follow up appropriately. The idea is to allow parents access to healthcare resources for their student athletes, but also prevent them from going to the emergency room and urgent care, spending all of their time and money on kind of something that they may not get the information they're looking for in that moment.
Right. Athletic trainer, they're probably the most like person on a school staff as far as like they're with the players. They gotta tend to their needs all the time, right? Why do you think the players love the athletic trainers so much? Because every school I've been to and I've seen, it's like really there's a close knit relationship between player and athletic trainer that even extends outside of like the school world.
I think that relationship occurs because the student athletes know that they can trust their athletic trainer. Sometimes with coaches, you want to impress them and go out there and do what they want you to do, whether or not you're at your best. As athletic trainers, we're going to take care of them whether you're a JV starter, whether you're a varsity starter, whether you're new to a sport and you need support, and just let them know that they're being cared for, that how they feel and how they recover after each play, each game, we're there to help them. So I think they realize that we're there to provide them support and mentorship, as well as be some of their biggest cheerleaders on the sidelines.
How did you get started in that field?
So I feel like this is pretty typical for most athletic trainers, but I was a cross country and track runner in high school, and I had a stress fracture in my foot. And it was one of those things I wasn't totally sure what was going on, and I went to see my athletic trainer because I wanted to still be able to participate or see if I could participate. And she provided me some guidance. We tried to allow myself to run for a little while, ultimately needed to see a doctor and then take a season off. But after that, I got to spend some time in her athletic training room and realized how important it was, because without her, I don't know if I would have been able to see the doctor when I did, or if I would have been able to come back or wanted to come back to sport. So that relationship that I had with her, I look forward to kind of creating that with our student athletes and allowing them to have success in the high school level as well as beyond if that's something that they choose to do.
Then how would you, what are some of the recommendations you would give to young men and women that are interested in the field and that aren't too sure yet how to move? What's like the biggest advice you could give them if they are interested in entering this field?
I would say reach out to your athletic trainer or another athletic trainer and shadow them. I've noticed over the last 5 years as we've been involved with Boston Public Schools that we're getting a lot more students who are questioning what we're doing and want to get involved. We have a few schools that have internship programs, so we've taken some students across the district who are interested and they'll spend 20 to 25 hours a week with us to see what it's like. I think sometimes they think we're just there to watch sports, which in a perfect world that's the case, but they also have learned that we're there to take care of them, whether it's an emergency, whether it's something we can help follow up with. So just make those connections. I know us athletic trainers within Boston Public School and Mass General Brigham are always open to answering questions, open to have people shadow us, whether it's for a day or two or a whole semester with school.
Right. Inclusion. This is your training is part of a big thing with inclusion, right? Working throughout the Boston Public Schools, just what are some of the changes and positive changes that you've seen in that inclusion aspect, as you just said, in the athletic training field that's helped, not only helped yourselves, but also helped the schools and the student athletes?
We've really developed strong relationships with our coaches and administrators in each of the schools, which I think has been so helpful. We work really closely with the school nurses. That way, if someone has an injury from sport that it may affect them in their school, we're able to communicate out that with them. which I think ultimately allows everyone to trust us and want to come to us as opposed to hiding what their injury is. I think the first year or two we were around, everyone thought, oh, the athletic trainer's here because someone can't play or somebody's hurt. Now that we've been around, they look forward to seeing us. We cover multiple schools, and we like to joke that our athletes give us a hard time if they see us at not their school or wearing a different school color. So it's one of those things they've kind of started to claim us as part of their team and their school, which has been really nice to be included in that aspect of things.
Yeah, it definitely. What is the program that Corey is running here, the symposium here? What do you think is like kind of the long-term effects, positive long-term effects that these type of programs is going to have on the student athletes in the Boston Public School, and also just in general, the students and faculty in Boston Public Schools?
I think education for everybody, from coaches to parents to administrators to medical professionals and even student athletes, is key. We don't know what we don't know. You wouldn't put me out on the court for basketball to be a basketball coach because I don't know how to run a play. In that situation, you wouldn't want your basketball coach to be providing athletic training services and taping someone's ankle as maybe as it has been in the past. So I think having these programs and the symposium is wonderful because you can connect like-minded individuals together. We're all here for the ultimate benefit of our student athletes and to have them have fun and success. But we each provide a really small and unique piece of that puzzle. So to make those connections and to understand that you're not alone if you're feeling a certain way. I know in high schools you can have athletic trainers, but some of these younger youth baseball leagues, lacrosse leagues, other things may not have an athletic trainer present. And it's not something you need to have, but know the resources and what steps to take. That way, if someone scrapes their knee, you know, okay, we can give them a Band-Aid or do this. But if somebody has a concussion, what those steps are and how to connect the family to the right direction. Because at the end of the day, we want the parents to feel supported, and we want the parents to send their kids back to participate.
What is one of the biggest advices that you received, when you were younger, and also when you went into this field that still holds true to this day that you kind of hold on to?
Have fun. Sports are meant to be fun, whether you're participating, whether you're coaching or on the sidelines of them. I look forward to every day that I'm on the sidelines watching the student athletes. I know the ultimate goal is to win, but having fun while doing that's really important. Friday night football games, there's always one team that loses, but you can take away something positive from all of that. And there's opportunities to grow and get better and work as a team. I think being part of a team sport allows people to develop relationships to make them stronger and better adults as they grow up.
And lastly, your advice to incoming high school freshmen and outgoing the seniors that are graduating next summer, right? What's the biggest advice that you can give them as one is entering their journey and one is on the last leg of their journey?
I think as you enter this journey, talk to everybody you can. Meet everybody around you. Everybody comes from a different background and a different experience. And the sooner you make those connections, the deeper and more important and impactful they can be over the course of time. As you get closer to graduation, those are some relationships you may keep forever. I can say I still communicate with my cross-country coach from high school over 20 years ago. Not on a regular basis, but anytime I go back or I have something that relates to that, I can reach out to them. And those are some really wonderful relationships to have in the future. People who can count on for having recommendations and just be a friend as you get older. I love as they get older and you can continue to develop that relationship as they're adults and they can talk to you and you can just be there for them.
Great. Thank you.
Whew.